Good morning. Ooh, Good morning. Running late this morning. Sorry for running late. Pay-per-view sign up. Morning, Martin. We have to talk for real. What do you mean? Pay-per-view sign up. What do you mean pay-per-view sign up? DJOC, what's good? Edwin Volatile, what's happening? Ernie V, what's going on, man? Merch is done. What's happening? Coach Chris in the building. Hello, sir. Clarence Banks in the building. Let me make sure I go to my guy though real quick. Let it put it up there, man. Support the parlor of East Wheaton. All things, what's happening? Barbara D. Tim Carey, good morning. Blessings to you as well. Shout out to G-Man. Rocco McBride, what's going on? Black Fonz. George Gordon, happy Friday to you. Rod Walker in the building. What's happening, man? LaMarcus Robinson. Richard Parrish, shout out to the Caribbean. And those organic leaves. What's going on, man? Love and Loyalty Incorporated. Ray Davis pay-per-view sign up. Morning, Martin. We have to talk for real. What do you mean? What is paid? Shout out to everybody else. Rampaging. Merch is dumb. VC Vinny Vici Vici. Well, Ray Davis, you already got smoked. The OG today. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Pay-per-view sign up. I don't know what pay-per-view sign up is. What's going on, Jordan? How you doing, Fi? Here, let me Google. Let me do a second versus a research. Let me see. Pay-per-view sign up. Amazon Prime. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. So you have to tell me. Oh, okay. I was talking about us for now. My day off. I can click the link was a joke. Oh, okay. I currently do not have merch for sale. I do not currently currently I do not. But I have to get some for Coach Ari. So it will be, I have to take care of it, man. I got to take care of it. Larry Holmes, baby. The great Eastern assassin. Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know what you meant. I don't think anybody wants to debate me today. Let's not do that. Let's try not to do that today. I don't mind it, but come on, man. Let's try not to do that today. Let's definitely try not to do that today. The video today is Errol, Spence, and Gervonta do not need handouts. The PBC pay-per-view card is announced and fans manipulated. Ray, I don't know what you're saying with your tweets. I mean, with your chats. I am in disappointing point. I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know what that means. I am in disappointing point. I don't. You got to slow. You got to. I just don't even know what it means. I am. You mean you are disappointed at this point? You are disappointed in people? Yeah, but I just don't know. I just don't know what any of that. I don't. If you're talking about me, I wouldn't know. Okay, that's fair. Is it a fact that Pitbull and Rolly on the undercard? Yes, it is. It is a fact. Pitbull and Rolly Romero are on a co-main for Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu. It's a really good card. You have Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu. You have Rolly Romero and Isaac Cruz. Erislandy Lara and Michael Zarafa. And then you have Sebastian Fundora versus somebody. I'm not sure who Sebastian Fundora is. I can't recall the name of the person that Sebastian Fundora is fighting. But Sebastian Fundora is the first card up. Then it's Erislandy Lara and Zarafa. So that's a very good fight. And then it's Isaac Cruz, Rolly Romero, Tim Tszyu, Keith Thurman. I'll take it. Fanon, did you see Rick Glazier already talking smack about PBC's pay-per-view? That's their job. It's already flopped. You know what it is. It's already flopped. That pay-per-view is already flopped, according to a lot of people. I'm really trying not to continue silliness, man, but God dog, man. I've heard that Gervonta Davis is fighting the winner of Isaac Cruz and Rolly Romero. Man, what's up, upper echelon, man? I hope you're feeling well. Funny because it is 100% guaranteed to be on pay-per-view. Yeah, it is. I don't know what happened to Lara and Danny Garcia. I don't know. Michael Zarafa was getting all mad about it, though, because he's been the mandatory for a long time. So, really, Michael Zarafa deserves the fight. So, I'm not really tripping on it because Michael Zarafa deserves a fight. Danny Garcia is probably going to be on another pay-per-view card. Danny Garcia is they're probably going to put Danny Garcia up on something else. Man, they got 14 pay-per-views, man. It's going to be, on one side of it, dude, it's going to be an expensive year to watch boxing. It's going to be an expensive year to watch this sport, bro. And if you ain't paying, you ain't get a vote. Okay? Rampage. Is it true that the WBO says Keith Thurman can't win the belt because he's inactive and unranked? And if he wins the fight, the title is vacant? No, that is not true, Rampage. Not true. It is a non-title fight. Just a non-title fight. So they didn't strip him. They just didn't sanction the fight. It's just a non-title fight. That's my understanding anyway. So, and they're fighting at 155. It's a non-title fight at 155. So, no, it's not true that they'll get stripped. I don't believe that it's true that he gets stripped. Win or lose, Fundora should be given an exciting fight. Yeah, no, Clarence Banks, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. No worries, Rampage. No worries, man. My pleasure. But if we look at that fight, I like it. It's a really good setup for Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman. And he probably paying Keith Thurman a nice chunk of change for the fight. And giving him an opportunity to get out there, man. And not get abs. And he's got a better chance with Tim Tszyu than he would with Jaron Ennis. So, got to do something. Yeah, I think that entire fight is a good card. I mean, that entire card is a good fight. Richard Prado said, I guess the whole spare no expense argument fell on his face. I mean, it's because it's just, man, dude, like I said, it's a barbershop conversation, man. YouTube boxing is a barbershop conversation. But once you start saying things that you don't like, man, I did the video you guys asked for yesterday. I did that video. I didn't want to do that video. I didn't want to do all of that. Just say, look, man, come on. That's make-believe. But you guys keep selling, people keep selling make-believe over and 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 over again, 3-4 times a day of make-believe. But if it's, that means, dog, come on, man. I want to talk boxing, man. You guys fill the room. You fill the room with a bunch of bullshit. You fill the room with a bunch of BS. It's straight up BS. And you tearing people's careers down. You're making it you make fighters look bad off of stuff that is not true. If you're going to make a fighter look bad, let it be true. You know what I mean? Let it be true. If you're going to say, hey, Errol Spence Jr. got beat up by Terrence Crawford, shit, that's true. That's true. But you're going to go into some big, long thing about Gervonta Davis being a duck and, well, not being a duck, but Gervonta Davis needing to do this because of all the money that's in Saudi Arabia. And then I turn around and listen to your source, and I really listen to your source. Not, yeah, man, I heard a little quip of it, because I heard a little bit of it. But man, I'm like, dude, these dudes, because I know how it would really work. If they wanted the fight with Gervonta Davis and they were seriously wanting the fight with Gervonta Davis, they wouldn't say it in an interview to Adi Oladipo. They would say it on the telephone or through email to Al Heyman. That's what they would do. So if you're telling me that they did anything other than that, I don't need to listen to it. I know you're really not trying to do it. That's like saying you want to debate me on my channel, but all you do is go to Upper Echelon's channel and talk to Upper Echelon about it. Shameless plug for Upper Echelon's channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you say you want to debate me, but all you do is go to KO Boxing 86 TV, but you never show up here. If you really wanted to do it, you'd show up here. So I know you don't want it because you'd show up here. I'm on damn near the whole morning. From 8 in the morning to all the way up to 12:30. It's half the fucking workday. Okay? So don't tell me you couldn't show up. I'm on every day of the week. Monday through Monday. I barely ever miss a day. Barely ever. So you cannot tell me you work 7 days a week? You work 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to damn near 1 o'clock in the afternoon every day of the week. You're never available. But yet you know what I think and you listen to my live streams, but you're never available. I don't believe you. So you just don't want it. You're telling me that you can't call Al Heyman. You keep talking to all kind of Al Heyman fighters, but don't want to talk to him. Guess who got to talk to Al Heyman? Terrence Crawford talked to Al Heyman. He talked to Al Heyman himself. Of course they're ducking. They're not ducking. If you mention my name, but you don't ever get to press that link. Dude, I know you're not serious. Claymore Rain is serious. He took a chance. He dared to be great. Shameless plug. He dared to be great. You know what I mean? Rollo dares to be great. He'll get on here. He took a chance. He took a chance. What's up? Jonathan Kelly says, shout out to Fanon, first time in the chat. Been watching you for a while. Good and the one of the best, doing it all the way from Boston, Massachusetts. Shout out to Boston, man. God bless you. God bless you. Keep your foot on the gas, Fanon. Thank you, brother. And Ray Davis said, you talking about me, Fanon? No, you dare to jump up here. You jump up here. So I know if you really want to argue, you'll really want to argue with me. It's just barbershop conversation, man. It ain't life or death, you know? Unless you're trying to mislead massive amounts of people, in which point in time I'm a problem. I'm a problem. At which point in time, I'm a problem. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to drop the link, man. I got to get through this. I got to get through this tea, man. I got to wake up a little bit. Claymore looking for that bitty. Hey, man, look. Everybody, look, man. Boxing talk is hot nowadays. Boxing talk is hot. It's hot. Boxing is hot. Boxing talk is hot. Hey, look, man, I don't want nothing but smoke, Ray Davis. I don't want nothing but smoke today. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want nothing but smoke. And I got to tell you why I want nothing but smoke. Because Claymore Rain wanted the smoke, but he wanted to act like it was steam. See, I don't trust that anybody really wants to get up here other than upper echelon and cats that, I know really are just, they're just giving their opinion. But I really think you want the smoke, and then at the end of it, you're going to try to say, I won. I won. See that right there. That right there. But Dragon Assassin's official. What's up, brother? Thank you for the first super chat of the day, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dragons. And I appreciate that very kind comment. I heard him say drop the link. I heard it. Let me put the link in there for everybody. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and put the link in there for everybody. Cornelius Bennett in the building. I need to get a phone number, really. Phone numbers will prevent me from having people be able to show their Johnsons on screen. Like Mr. Guy that wants to show his Johnson all the time does. Man. There you go. But look, man, do not click the link just to have a general conversation if you don't have anything to say. Okay? If you don't actually have something you want to say or actually something you want to debate about, do not click the link. Okay? Not just to generally just shoot the shit. Okay? Hey, if you want to shoot the shit, no worries, we can do it. But DM on Instagram is where I'll just be like, all right, cool. We can do that on the DM on Instagram. I'm available on the DM on Instagram. Big Dog Willie said the dynamic duo of Bill and Eddie capping ability is out of the world. Hey, dude, they be capping the shit out of something. Dynamic duo had the boxing community believe a YouTuber was a Saudi prince. What's up, Ray?
Stop making me laugh, man. What's up, man? Are we pay-per-view or not? No, I'm just,
Am I pay-per-view? I am definitely pay-per-view.
I think I'm worthy of it, too. I had to drop the belt, so I had to drop the belt.
Oh, you think you're pay-per-view worthy? Let's see.
But
hey, let's see if you're pay-per-view worthy.
Whoa. Let's not go there right now. Because
I'm going to see if you're pay-per-view worthy. Hey, no, for real. It's odd. I got to. As you already said it.
Time limit on it for now.
It's already out there. No, hold on, man. Hold on, man. If Ray Davis is pay-per-view worthy, put it in the super chat or put it in the Cash App and say this is for Ray Davis.
They want me to pay. Exactly. No.
What? Right. I'm going to see if you pay-per-view worthy. What's wrong?
Debate you. You're right. They want me to debate you. So they want me to debate you. Put it in the Cash App. Exactly. Or the super chat. I'm ready. You right, Fanon. I'm right.
Ray.
I'm with you.
Ray, that's enough. That's good.
But anyway, on a serious note, I really called up here to address something. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Fanon, I want to address some things with people. Not you. It's not you. You know what I mean? I have. No. Listen, let me address something. Listen, let me get this. People are out here throwing stuff out there that shouldn't be. That's misleading people to believe certain things. So I like boxing. You know I like boxing. I express this a lot of times. I don't jump on bandwagons of things in all seriousness and people. I don't do that. I try to stay down the middle and I try to be forthcoming as possible with things I believe in or what I have found to be true. Okay. So at the end of the day, when I go into chats or I talk to people or I'm on another channel and people pop up, right? They pop up. I have no control of that. I'm not going to disrespect people, whether it's on Fanon's chat, this other guy's chat, the chat I was on, or anyway. I'm talking about people in the boxing business. If they pop up, I'm not going to disrespect them. So apparently, there's some people in the chat yesterday, because I watched the video, that dropped my name in the hat. I seen you throw it on the screen. It's okay, no disrespect. They paid for it. You know what I mean? It was pay-per-view. And I get it. But don't use my name to misinform people at the end of the day, because my name comes from my mama. And let me tell you, my mama gave me my name, and I stand on my name, and I'm 100% on my name at the end of the day, just like anybody else. Now, if you have a problem with me, you can address it with me. Don't address me in public. Address it with me. I'm talking to the crowd, the masses for now.
Oh, but that's my point exactly, dog. I'm on the show, brother. I'm in the show.
All right. So, my bad, man. Go ahead. Get rolling for now.
No, man. Let's get to it. Okay, look.
Let's get to it. All right. Let's
get to this. First of all, let me make the statement, dog. God dang.
I'm sorry.
Look, man, Ray, dude, Bill Haney being on the panel with Ray, what is he supposed to do? Cuss him out? Like, so he ain't going to cuss him out. He's in a position where it isn't his panel. He says what he wants. Everybody got the right to believe what they want to believe and make the argument they want to make. It's just boxing. It ain't a big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal like that. So, dude, when somebody put your name on the chat yesterday, I was like, look, man, don't try to start no dumb shit with me. People try to start dumb shit all the time, man. That's why they never click the link themselves. And there's a degree of respect that you have to have, even for Rollo. Just for even clicking on the link. I'm telling you, man. So look, bro, don't let that stuff. Don't let that. All that means is that they know who you are, man.
Listen, I'll take the hate. I ain't worried about the hate, but just don't put the smell on my name. That's all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right?
I got you. I got you. Yeah. But I got to keep it seriously, man, because 99% of the people, or let me put it, I guess a more realistic one, 80% of the people in here have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I got to keep that, and then they're just gonna leave the chat because they'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And so I got to engage into some boxing. They recognize the smoke. So I appreciate you coming up here and saying that, man. But I got to kind of keep the conversation on a general boxing conversation.
You're right. Here we go. We got our first.
Because nobody will really nobody other than maybe the 5 or 10 people that are jumping between those chats will really know what you mean. But I did see, and I personally do know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
But it doesn't matter to me because I'll fry all you niggas. So
hold on.
I'm okay. I'm just telling you it is. Y'all can go talk to whoever y'all want to talk. You can bring whoever you want to talk. You want to bring whoever you want to bring. And it ain't no worries, bro.
You know me, man. I bring it. I bring the noise for now. I try to, you know what I mean? I think we had some good battles, man. Listen.
No, we didn't. It's always been one-sided.
You're right. I won. All right, knockouts all day. I treated you like Michael Spence for now.
I can't say it's been close, but it was fun. Yeah. I'll say that.
Okay.
It wasn't close, but it was fun.
Hey. All right. We got our first pay-per-view numbers coming in right now at $2. So
yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna build it up. Let's get this pay-per-view going.
All right, man. Thank you, man. I'm sorry that you had to deal with the uncomfortableness of being on live streams.
Yeah,
because it happens, man.
You know what it is for now, and I'm gonna be quick about it because I don't want to tie up your channel. It's just when you go to when you're on your channel, right? You don't need other things from the outside coming in to distract people from your channel. You know what I mean? We're trying to build with you. We're trying to talk to you. We're trying to have
like this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then now this happens, right? What I'm doing now? Exactly. So I'm gonna keep it moving. We're gonna catch up on it.
All right, man. It ain't a big deal, man. Look, bro, stand. It is what it is, man. People ain't gonna like what you got to say. Every time you say something, people ain't gonna like somebody ain't gonna like it. All right, brother.
All right. Pay-per-view is coming for now.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Carlos Collazo said Ray Davis is a switch up. I don't know, man, if he is or he isn't. And if he is, he has a right to switch up. Pay-per-view Ray Davis. Thank you, Big Dre. Barbara D in the building said, Ray, $2 on the pay-per-view. My brother from another. Yeah, you go. See? Barbara D, our Barbara D supports you. Thank you very, very much. Now, you're not getting any of that money, though. No. Let me be real dead serious. Hold on 1 second. I got to be right back because you said Cash App, but I don't even have my phone, so give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. All righty. Sorry about that. Let me get that. Upper echelon in the building. Up said straddles fences too much. He's Tubi. Man, upper echelon wants that smoke with you, Ray. Upper echelon wants that smoke with you, Ray. Nah, dog. I'm the A side. I'm the A side, Ray, dog. You're not getting none of that money. I'm just going to tell you. When you get your channel monetized, I'll support you. But you know how it goes. You know, this is the PBC over here, brother. Man, come on, man. Come on, upper echelon. If you want the smoke, got to get the smoke with him, bro. Why in the world? I ain't gonna lie about that one. Now, John Bowie, rest in peace. John Bowie, we gave him twice what? Well over twice every penny that was donated to the Flowers of John Bowie, and then I matched the dollar, and I matched it and then some. John Bowie, rest in peace, John Bowie, who I do believe his funeral is today. Y'all donated $140 for his flowers. We spent over $300 on the flowers. And we got the biggest thing we could possibly get to show respect to his family. Fanon, I'm ready. Bring Ray Davis to upper echelon to Saudi Arabia. Frequent flyer, you're on banishment today. Oh, somebody bring Frequent Flyer back. I accidentally threw him out for good. Freaking Flyer, you told the story again, bro. You keep doing that same storytelling shit you do. And I can't accept that anymore. Actually, let me unblock you. Let me go unblock you. Because I threw your ass out for good. And I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't hide you. I didn't hide you. You're still there. You're just on timeout. Oh, you unhit him? Okay. Do I got to give him his wrench back? What's up, So Deep? What's up, brother? How you feeling, man? Shout out to this. Hey, make sure you guys go to Mixcloud.com and follow Parlor of East Wheaton on Mixcloud.com. Oh, okay. Yeah. I shot him a little harder than I wanted to. I didn't mean to get you like that, dog. Who we smoking today? Nobody, dog. Nope. I'm telling you, man. I'm running out of. I'm running out of it, bro. Hey, did I time out anybody yesterday? I mean, did I like? I don't think I put anybody in the back yesterday. Man, that's huge, brother. The $30 holler, brother. Thank you, sir. He said, I didn't, $30 holler said, I didn't know about the fundraiser for John Bowie's flower arrangement, but here it is. Better late than never. Oh, hey, well, thank you for the contribution. Yes, sir. It was spontaneous. People gave it. I didn't ask for it. People gave it. Now I'm talking about when he's up here. I'm gonna hide him because he does it too much. I'm gonna clip freaking flyer in the chat every day. Because God dog, man, there's nobody better at playing dumb than freaking flyer. I don't think I've ever met anybody in my life that played dumb better than he did. Better than he does. Nobody, bro. Oh, I'll give him his wrench back. It's the next time I see him. I mean, there's the link. The link is right there. The link is there. You can come on and get up here. But I wanted to talk about this though. Fanai, did you throw me into the back channel? Yes, of course I did, because you keep talking over me. You never stop it. Like you time it for the second I start saying. I will pause. You won't speak, but then the second I speak, you start talking. It's like you're timing it for when I start speaking. So I got to put you in the back, bro. And you were dishonest. Yesterday, you said very clearly one thing. You said, oh, you are wrong. They did, the prince did say, the prince. You didn't say prince. I don't think you said prince anyway. You said Turkey al-Sheikh did say that he wanted to see them fight. And he said that he had the Saudi prince behind him. You didn't play that part. I didn't play that part because the fucking part was not in there at all. And I had to go back and listen to the shit because you just make some shit up. So I got to keep going over it and over it and over it and over it and over it till I know for sure it's not there. It takes a lot of energy to get rid of your lies. The Sheikh, that guy, Turkey al-Sheikh, never said it. The question was never asked ever in that interview about Devin Haney fighting Gervonta Davis. Never. The only thing that you got was Ali Aladepo doing this. The two of them fight, even though Ali Aladepo never even asked the question. And then he said he went immediately, the Ali Aladepo, dude basically looked at him like this. He looked at him like, no, I'm not talking to you. You are definitely pay-per-view. Oh my God, thank you, Ray Davis. Yeah, freaking Flyer, somebody's gonna have to sponsor you being up here, brother, because you are the headache and a waste of time. Because you're just gonna make up any old shit and then say that's not what I was saying. You didn't give me a chance to talk and explain it. All I said was that he asked the question. That the question was asked. No, the question was never asked. Well, play it. Play all 19 minutes of it. Every single solitary second of it. And then rewind and go all the way back and do it again. No, bro. No. No. You will muddy up an issue. God, dog. You don't, man. I think there's only one other guy in the YouTube universe that can muddy the water as consistently as you do. There's only one person that I know of that will purposely misinterpret things nearly with the same frequency that you do. Only one. I'm not listening to you. No. It's a YouTube channel. No. There's only one. Your pay-per-view, bro. I already told you your pay-per-view. If somebody don't pay and say let you up, I'm not letting you up no more, because you're wasting people's time. No way. I got a link in here for people that want to smoke, not for people that want to make shit up. Frequent Flyer Series to your pay-per-view from now on. That works. Somebody got to support the channel, brother. Somebody, and it's by the minute. And I know ain't nobody ever going to do it. So I don't have to worry about it. Yes, sir. No, there's no Kushpack. No. If you guys think about it enough, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Muddies the water every day. Muddies the water. Just bloop, bloop, bloop. Hey, see, GM said I ain't paying for that. Exactly. If they don't, because it's not valued, brother. It's just a headache for me. That's all it is for me, is a headache. It's all it is a pay up. It's just a headache for me. Hold on, man. Stop. Exactly. Nothing but muddy in the water, bro. And I have to spend so much of my time unraveling that shit. It is a damn near a full-time job to unravel that shit. It is not true that Turkey al-Sheikh, who is not a sheikh, who is not a prince, who's not a member of a royal family, said absolutely nothing about paying any money for Gervonta Davis to fight Devin Haney. Did not say a single solitary word about it. Not a single solitary word about it. But wake up in the morning and thousands of people believe it. That shit is ridiculous. And it's consistent. Frequent, I told you to come sign to upper king only in America. Hey, look, man. Look. Anyway, so let's get back to this. Errol Spence Jr. and Gervonta Davis do not need handouts. Now that we know, the funny thing is that the zone is calling him Your Excellency. As if he is the Saudi Arabian ambassador to the UK. As if he is the Saudi Arabian. B-Mac, I got to see your face, bro. Oh, that's B-Mac. Okay, I got you. All right, got you, brother. You don't have to show your face. I see you, brother. If you don't want to do it. If you do, cool. What's going on, B-Mac?
What's going on, Fanan?
Chilling, man. You about to
represent West Philly. West Philly represent. Man. Blackwell. I know your whole family, and you don't even know.
So what's up, man?
Well, did you see the last card that happened over there in Saudi Arabia?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you see all of the stars that was there? Like, you got Joshua and Deontay Wilder and Bivol on the same card.
I don't know if yeah, absolutely. I saw them on the same card.
They were on the same card. And then you had the superstars at the halftime. Well, I guess a halftime, you want to call it halftime, but they had a concert in between and all the ex-fighters was there. So regardless of who said what or did what, it's big money behind it. It's a game changer in boxing. And boxers are starting to find out. Now, what the man did, I don't know if he is sheik, a prince, or whatever. And you're right, because you're a lawyer and you're choosing words. They didn't ask him about Devin Haney and Tank. No, he brought that up. That's why it's a problem. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He brought that up.
No, he didn't.
He said, I want to see Devin Haney and Tank Davis.
No, he didn't.
Well, what did he say then? Counselor, what did he say?
What he said was the following. Ali Aladepo asked him, I asked Turkey Al-Sheikh.
He never mentioned him. Ali Aladepo never went over there with any kind of
yes, he did. Yes, he did. There was an interview, and I played the entire interview yesterday. I went through on this live stream every word of the entire interview. Ali Aladepo asked Turkey Al-Sheikh, we have not seen, he stated it as a fact, we have not seen the big American fighters in Saudi Arabia yet. We haven't seen the big American fighters like Gervonta Davis, like Shakur Stevenson. Do you want to see them? Was the question. Turkey Al-Sheikh answer was, I want to see them. So I am giving a message from you to Al Heyman that Al Heyman and we should do job together, meaning we should work together.
Yeah, business together.
We should work together. Then he said, but I want Devin Haney in Saudi Arabia in 2024. Then Ali Aladepo asked him, do you want to see those two guys together? And he did his fingers like this, two guys together. Even though he never said Gervonta and Shakur, he said those two fighters together. Turkey Al-Sheikh did this. That's all he did. This. And then they immediately started talking about Conor McGregor and having a face-to-face thing with Conor McGregor. So at no point in time did he ever say anything specifically about Gervonta Davis. And when a question that even sounded like he asked about the two together, he refused to answer it and moved on. That's what happened in that. I'm
gonna look at it again. I'm gonna break you down because you like to play around with words. You're a counselor. You're very good counselor. Sir, you're very good counselor.
I am not a liar, and I have no problem because I'll do it right now. No worries. You're right there. You got time?
Counselors are legal liars, professional legal liars.
I'm not a liar.
They can get a killer off any minute they want, as long as the money's right.
You're a liar or you're not a liar, brother. I'm going to break it. I will play it for you. You don't have to play. I will do this right here and pray and play what he said, and you can hear it. He never is asked directly about Gervonta. He never says anything specifically about Gervonta. And the only thing he ever said was, but I want Devin in 2024.
Counselor, roll the tape.
Bro, dude, can you say that like, hey, somebody put a link in. Somebody put that link in here again, please. But actually,
I'm gonna go back and look at it again real intensively.
Don't worry about it. Take your apologies.
I'm gonna get a
no need.
No, but the thing is, he's putting fights together. He's putting big fights together. He won Bivol. He won Arthur Benavidez.
He's never put on a fight. He's never put on a fight as big as a Canelo Alvarez fight, and he's never put on a fight in Saudi Arabia as big as Gervonta.
Don't mention no Canelo fight. Canelo never had a card as big as the card that he put on.
I could break down.
Canelo cheating boxing.
I could break down that.
Canelo is a highway robbery, and he just goes and fight a nobody. This man haven't fought his contemporaries. He haven't fought his toughest opponents right now. that's coming up.
Bro,
He just need to retire and get away from boxing.
Excuse me,
Saudi
sir.
Arabia don't want him.
Sir, it's just here's this volume for you so you can sit on this L. Okay?
So
boxing is incredible. Incredible. And again, me and you are like the same when it comes to boxing. Yeah. One thing we haven't seen yet is some of the big Americans, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson. I want him.
Now, did you hear that?
hold on,
question?
let it talk. Yes, I heard it. Keep on going.
No, I'm gonna go through it piece by piece. I'm gonna continue to play it, but I want you to acknowledge what the question was, because you said I did that. That's not what was said. You said I'm a liar.
You're messing up my flow. I'm listening. I didn't call you a liar.
I care about you calling
Counselor,
me
I
a
didn't
liar.
call you a liar.
And this is what this man said.
I didn't,
Yeah, you
counselor, I did not call you a liar. I said counselors, lawyers are legally paid liars.
We haven't seen yet.
They get paid for it. They get murderers off. That's what I said.
One thing, again, you and you again mean that you like the same when it comes to boxing.
Again, me and you are like the same when it comes to boxing. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says, because it's written.
Let him speak, Fanon. Let him speak and we can go over it. I hear very well. I can comprehend.
I have a lot of people listening. They're going to comprehend too, not just you. One thing we haven't seen yet is some of.
One thing we haven't seen yet is some of the big Americans.
Some of the things we haven't seen is the big Americans. Gervonta Davis and Shakur is what he's about to say.
Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson.
I want him, and I send a message now from.
I want them, and I send message now to you.
To Heyman. Let's do job, brother. But
To you, to Heyman. Let's do job together.
I want to see Haney in my country.
But I want to see Haney in my country. I want to send message from you to him.
And I send message from you now to him. I will try to do it in 24.
I will try to do it in 24.
And there is, of course, we want him in my country.
And of course, we want him in our country, in my country.
Maybe those two against each other.
Then he says, maybe the two against each other.
Turkey
Al-Sheikh shakes his head no. Now, do you want me to put the camera where Sheikh Al-Sheikh does this? His head, when they ask that question, he doesn't answer it, and he shakes his head no. Now, again, I'm going to go to where he said the two of them together.
Of course, we want him in my country.
Maybe those two against each other. I remember at the last fight, you had Conor McGregor here, you had Ronaldo here. Are we going to see Conor McGregor maybe fight in the kingdom?
And then they go on to Conor McGregor. And if you see it on your camera, you see when he asked that question, the two of them together, Sheikh Al-Sheikh, his face does this. Turkey Al-Sheikh does this. Now, I don't know if he says no to the question or no, not them together, but he never asked directly about just Gervonta Davis. He never said, I got money for Gervonta Davis. And in fact, he said, I want to talk to Al Heyman. We can do job together. Now, what exactly did I legally lie about?
Counselor.
What did I
Okay, can you
legally
hear
lie
me?
about again?
Counselor, can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you.
Did the Sheik or
He's not a
Alameen,
sheik.
whatever his name is,
He's not a sheik.
did he say no?
Did he say no?
Yes,
To
I'm
what?
asking you a question. So yes or no
To
question.
what? Did he say no to what?
Did he say no to a Devin Haney fighting a Tank Davis?
He wasn't asked.
Okay then. All right. Did he say no?
He wasn't asked. He didn't say no to whether or not he wanted a bologna sandwich.
Hold on, counselor. Hold on.
Let me ask that question, counselor. Did he say no to a bologna sandwich? Did he say no to a bologna sandwich? That must mean he wanted a bologna sandwich.
Counselor.
Did he say no? Did he say no? Did he say no to a bologna
Wait,
sandwich?
hold on. I'm not finishing my question then, all right? Did he nod his head no?
Yes,
to that
I
question.
think he did. Yes, I do.
Okay, you think? Do you know for sure?
No, I don't.
Okay. I rest my case, counselor.
Yes, because he wasn't asked.
Your Honor, I rest my case. Your Honor, I rest my case.
He wasn't.
Has the man put on big fights and brought big names to his country?
You can stop. You can stop all of this, okay? Because
this is good for boxing. You know why it's good for boxing? And you know the difference between Tank Davis and Haney and what Tank got the game and Haney got the game? You know what they got? You know what Tank got the game because the other guy.
I know what they got the game.
Money?
Not Gervonta.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Gervonta is money. Hold on.
Money to game.
Hold on. Gervonta and Tank got money and legacy.
No.
That's what they got the game. Money and legacy. That's what prize fighting is. That's what got Floyd the big dollars because he fought legacy fights.
No.
That's what made him bigger and bigger with his big mouth, and it made him a superstar.
You, sir, are changing the subject, and thank you for your opinion.
No, that's how it's going to build Tank. If he keep fighting cream puffs, he's going to stay right there where he's at.
You going to keep talking over me, man, or what? You lost. They never said that they were interested in that fight, not in that thing at all. And now
they never said no to it.
And they never said they wanted a bologna sandwich.
They putting together big fights, though. We do know that.
So
they're putting together big fights.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China, dog?
Because what that has to do is both of them can wind up over there. That's what it has to do.
Stop trying to run. Stop trying to run around the block.
I'm not trying to run, counselor.
Now you
I talk to a lot of lawyers, and I know how you think, counselor.
You want to get some big long soliloquy.
Hey, counselor. You usually have people on the ropes, and you got the killer blow. I'm in the middle.
You're going to be quiet. You called me a liar. I proved to you that you had never even probably ever listened to that before. Now, my question to you is, did you ever listen to that before? Did you ever listen to that before?
Yes.
And you didn't hear that? And yet you still act like they talked about it?
Hear what?
You heard that he was talking about Gervonta Davis? You heard that? You listened to that, but you heard that? Why are you confused about what he said if you had heard it before?
I'm not confused. I'm very, very coherent.
Then why did you act like they offered something for that fight?
I didn't never say they offered.
Really?
I said they're putting.
Why did I have to replay it?
I'm saying you replayed it because you replayed it. I'm saying that they're putting big cards together.
I replayed it because you claimed I was a liar. That's why. I claimed it.
Counselor
my ass. You'll sit in the back. You called me a liar. That's what. You called me a liar, you lying ass. The only liar here is your ass.
I said lawyers are paid legal liars.
The only liar is you. The only liar is your ass for saying that you listened to that. And you can smile and giggle all you want, bro. I'll put you in the back as soon as you touch that fucking button. Your ass don't know what you're talking about because you lied. And you think you can smile and call me a bunch of names and people don't see that you lied. I played this entire thing. That man never made an offer, never, not one time. And you were either lying about having heard it or you were lying about having not heard it. But you're lying one way or the other because you clearly did not know what that man said. And you can blink your eyes and sit in the back. You called me a liar because I went to law school. What fucking sense does that shit make? Now, go ahead and lie about something else.
You don't practice. So how am I calling you a liar? You don't practice.
And I don't practice.
You don't practice law.
What don't I practice?
You don't practice law.
I'm retired.
Exactly.
So what? So what?
Yeah, you're not practicing, so you're not a liar. You're not a liar.
I'm not.
You said I called you a liar. I never called you a liar.
Ass up. You're embarrassing the West Side. You're embarrassing West Philly. You're embarrassing.
I'm gonna call Jackie up. I'm gonna call your cousin Jackie.
I don't give a shit who you call. I'm from Chicago, buddy. I don't give a shit who you call. I'm telling you right now that you said that you listened to that, but somehow you don't know what it said. You know damn well that they never said anything about Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis in that entire interview. But you jump up here calling me a liar when the only person that got caught lying was you.
They're putting together big fights.
So what? So's the PBC.
Tank is on the clock. PBC ain't doing nothing, man.
PBC
can't even,
the biggest fights on last year.
They can't even get Keith Thurman to fight.
Keith Thurman is fighting.
Yeah, just right now, but the last couple years they couldn't get him to fight.
Your eyes on the screen. You just making shit up.
I'm not making nothing up. They couldn't get him to fight Jerron Ennis.
Got announced.
The man asked for $10 million to fight Jerron Ennis. PBC is looking in outer space.
What?
But they want to give Carnelo $50 million for nothing.
You believe anything that you hear.
That's hearsay. We all believe in hearsay. This is YouTube stuff. We don't know if it's true.
This ain't hearsay when I played to you that this man didn't say nothing about no money.
I never said he said anything about money. I just said he put the guy. I said, did you see my first statement to you was, did you see the card in Saudi Arabia?
Yes,
That's
I did.
what I said. And I said, did you see the names on there?
And let's go through that.
They're not coming over there for free.
You tell me a big fight on that card. Tell me the name of a big fight on that card.
All of those fighters that was head of a fight with headlines in their fight, Bivol, Wilder, and Joshua. It takes big money to have them all in the same arena. That never been done here in America.
That wasn't my question.
That's my question and answer.
My question was, what big fight was on that card?
Joshua and Wilder.
Joshua and Wilder did not fight on that card.
Wilder.
Joshua and Wilder ain't a big fight.
Well, that was a big fight for that night. You said the biggest fight for that night. Yeah, that night.
Dude, that's
you said the biggest fight.
Dog, that's
and they're setting up. They were setting up for Wilder to fight Joshua.
Not a big fight. Name the big fight on the card. The actual two fighters that fought each other, that was a big fight.
I just said it. The main event was Joshua and Wilder.
Well, okay, and that's not a big fight. It's not.
But having three or four big names on the same card is big. We don't do that here in America.
Let me tell you.
That costs a lot of money.
Let me tell you what a big fight, what a fight is. A fight.
Big card. We're talking about cards. We're talking
about a fight, not a card. We're saying a big fight.
I'm talking about cards. I'm talking about cards.
So you want him to have
I'm talking about cards. Yeah, I said, did you see Saudi Arabia put together that card? I didn't say fight. They had multiple people in there. Now, the two headliners wasn't facing each other.
Canelo Alvarez, I do believe. What was the fight that took place where on the undercard of the fight, it was Jermell Charlo versus Jose Benavidez?
Jermell Charlo is not a big name like Joshua and Wilder. Jermell Charlo is not as big as Joshua and Wilder on the same card.
Let me tell you how this works. Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney is a fight. And we are talking about Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney as a fight. Not a fight card, a fight.
We done moved on from that, counselor.
That card had absolutely no big fights on it. They have not made a big fight in Saudi Arabia yet. They had a lot of big names on a card, separate from one another, but they have not made a big fight in Saudi Arabia yet. The biggest fight that they have had in Saudi Arabia was Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Was the biggest fight that they have had there to date. We're not talking about the cards, we're talking about the fight. And that man right there, Turki Al-Sheikh, did not say that he was trying to make that fight, nor did he say, no, I don't want to make the fight. But he also didn't say he wanted a bologna sandwich and a beer either. So get your ass up out of here and try again later. Lorenzo Longino said, facts, they act like the interview was about Tank and it was not. And now they're telling you us we weren't listening to. Man, come on, man. Oh, and those dudes in Philly, bro, I don't know all them cats. Those are cousins or distant cousins. So it doesn't make a difference to me, man. To me, take this L, and it wasn't even hard. It was easy, bro. And thank you, sir. And Fight Game said, just because you talk loud don't mean you right about anything. Take that L, B Mac, share with the rest of your YouTube delusional friends, and still champ for 9. Easy. That might be the same guy KO cooked last night. That's a terrible argument, bro. Very ad hominem. And I was never in a court, bro. I did contracts, just so you know. I wrote contracts. You might have wanted to ask me what work I actually did. Anyway, at least he's making an honest living. Who are you talking to? At least who's making an honest living? Dude, I'm not a liar. I don't understand what you're talking. What is this? Fucking guys are ridiculous. John, for the same reason that I wasted my time reading your comment, bro. Goodbye. Because he clicked the link, bro. That's why. That's why I wasted my time doing it. That's why. He's saying you got a job that it don't think it was at you. Kyle, that shit was directly at me. Come on, man. How are you going to call? You are a legal liar. How are you not calling me a liar? Dude, I'm not lying. Matter of fact, I'm not lying. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? I'm not lying. I played the fucking tape. Hello, Fanon. Last time I was on your fans owe me some bread. You definitely called me a liar. Like, I don't know. Like, now I don't know when I'm being called a liar. What's up? What's up, Mr. Paris?
Hey, one thing to add. The interviewer said, when he said about big American fighters, the two he mentioned was Tank and Shakur, that peer. Then the minister said he wanted Devin, which the interviewer never acknowledged, but he went on to say, what about those two? How do we know he wasn't even talking about Gervonta and Shakur together?
You don't. You have to make the assumption.
Because there were three names mentioned prior to that.
Did you see his face, though? Like,
I watched the whole thing. I went back and watched it.
Watch this. I don't even like doing this. But I'm going to do it.
From now to him, I will try to do it in 24. And then it's, of course, what in my country. Maybe we'll build against each other.
That is a shake of your head, no.
Yep. He shook his head.
He shook his head, no. Look, and I'm going to do it in slow motion.
Like I said.
Watch. Hey, no, watch. I'm going to play it back in slow motion for you. Damn, I did that quick. It flew by. I'll do it at half speed.
And Conor McGregor here. And I'll try to do it in 24. And then it's, of course, we want him in my country. Maybe those two against each other. I remember
That is a shake of the head no.
last
Yep.
fight, you had the
The interviewer didn't press any further. You know what I mean? Because obviously the minister didn't even want to talk about that, so he changed the topic.
He did this.
Mhm.
That was the motion that he did. He did this, and his
Like I
face
said,
looked clearly irritated.
If the question had excited the minister even a little bit, he would have first of all clarified which two are you asking about. Because you could have mixed those three names several ways. It could have been Tank and Shakur and Devin. You know what I mean? He wasn't interested in the question. He just went quiet and they moved on. So I don't know what people are talking about.
Because he's got a budget for the year. I believe that that's what it is. He has a budget for the year. And his budget, yeah, he's got more money than they've got in the UK.
Yeah.
He may not have enough money. He may not have as much money as they have in the United States, where you don't need somebody to pay you off of a budget. They can pay you off the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But thank you,
Anyway,
brother.
that's all I wanted to add.
Thank you, sir. All right, man, get back. Upper echelon, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, Martin? It's crazy right there, boy. I can't never get nobody like that on my channel. Goodness gracious, that man actually thought he was making a point and everything. Like, then he tried to say he didn't call you counselor. I mean, he didn't say you was a lawyer, but he called you counselor the whole time.
No, didn't call me a liar.
Yeah, he's about, well, you're not practicing now, but you was insinuating it the whole time. And see, this is what is making boxing bad. The Haney fans, they keep trying to push narratives. They keep throwing stuff against the wall, hoping it sticks.
Hold on 1 second, man. I want to say something about lawyers for a second. A lawyer is an advocate for somebody. They're an advocate for somebody. You cannot say, first of all, I'm not going to call T. Orlando and say T. Orlando is just a liar, because I know that he is defended, and he probably has might have been prosecuted at a time. Because anytime you have somebody that is defending somebody, you have somebody that's prosecuting them. So if you say the defender is always the liar, then isn't the prosecutor always a liar as well?
Exactly.
No, they're advocates doing a job. Your job is to defend this person. That person's job is to prosecute that person. I was never a prosecutor or a defender. I just wrote contracts because I didn't want to be engaged in those type of things. And many times it's just private sector stuff for family businesses and things like that type stuff. I'm writing contracts. But to call somebody a liar when you are literally telling you the truth is nothing again but an ad hominem attack on a person. And thinking, oh, I shouldn't trust you because you know how to make it look like you're telling the truth when you're not. So I actually have to go out and pull out and show you that. But the only reason that he's saying that is because I'm good at proving that I'm telling the truth. But anyway, go ahead, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like their comprehension skills are low. But see, they keep talking about the Saudis putting on all these big fights, Mark. If they was putting on such big fights and they was paying people so great, Big Baby Miller wouldn't have had to come home and commit a robbery. He would have been doing that trying to get some money because he's broke. And he's sitting there trying to get money, so they must not be paying too well. And the fight didn't do great numbers. And if you pay attention to all the people that's fighting over there, there are people from the UK and American fighters that's not selling. That's who's over there. They're going over there because they're not doing it on their own. Plus, they're doing it from Top Rank in the zone. PBC fighters don't have to do that. They eat what they kill. Al Heyman has got a very good business model, and ain't none of his fighters is not going for that. And like, it's crazy how they trying to push a falsehood. Like we don't see what we see, and then I'm like, okay, they must be brainwashing people. They must got a secret for a low frequency with low vibrations that's trapping these people. I don't know what's going on, but it's crazy. But I was talking the other day, right? And if you've been on Twitter or if you've been on Instagram, you know the Spanish fans, they've been giving Sabril Matias a hard time right now. Like they've been trying to get Matias and Isaac Cruz to fight real good, right? And I was sitting there seeing how they preparing this. Sabril, he's going for his hands thing, but they got Rolly versus Cruz. If you pay attention to the fans, PBC, I think they're gonna set up a Matias and a Cruz fight after this Rolly fight, because it's gonna be like De La Hoya versus Trinidad because they building it up, and there's a lot of traction for it right now. What you think about that, Fana?
Oh, that's obvious. I think that's obvious that Isaac Cruz and Sabril Matias, they're PBC fight. Both of them are PBC fighters. They've got a really big budget over on, or they've got a lot of fights set up on Amazon. I don't know what their budget is. And so as a result, they're going to want those guys to fight each other. That's the same reason that Bob Arum signed Sandor Martin. So because Bob Arum has Teofimo Lopez, and since he struck that deal with Devin Haney's mandatory Sandor Martin, if Sandor Martin wins that fight, then Sandor Martin is going to be able, they're going to have Sandor Martin fight Teofimo Lopez. And the same thing they got going on at lightweight, where Top Rank is fighting, is going to have Teofimo Lopez, is going to have Gervonta, Lomachenko fight George Kambosos, and the winner of that is probably going to fight Shakur Stevenson, because that's how boxing works. And you guys keep acting like it's only up to the boxer, and they can grab their magic fucking Harry Potter wand and make shit change is ridiculous. Just like why I'm not surprised at all that Rolly Romero is fighting Isaac Cruz
In-house.
because they're both PBC fighters. Ryan Garcia is a Golden Boy fighter, and why Oscar De La Hoya wants Ryan Garcia to fight Jose Ramirez, because Jose Ramirez now is a Golden Boy fighter, and he's going to win either way it goes. And Oscar De La Hoya just lie to Ryan Garcia and say, hey, yeah, I'm not saying he did lie. I'm just saying if Ryan's going to insist that he's going to fight Rolly, and Oscar be like, okay, yeah, sure you are. And I'm not going to make the fight. So now you're not going to fight him because I have to make the fight for you to fight him. So I'm not going to make that fight. So you can say you're not fighting Ramirez, but you're not fighting him either, because you can't do it being under a promotional contract to me. So what are you going to do next, Ryan? You're going to sit out all year? Okay, no worries. I'm Oscar De La Hoya. I've got $30 million in the bank. You're not brushing me. You're not going to make me move anywhere. And see, all of this conversation, a lot of this conversation, this BS conversation going on YouTube channels about how this guy's ducking because this guy said in an interview outside of a fight that he wanted to fight, and Teofimo Lopez's dad asked for $20 million when the dude was half drunk saying it.
That was a long time ago, too.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was a long time ago, it could have been yesterday, it could be tomorrow. You have, the real deal is that you have a promotional contract with a promoter. You cannot fight somebody on another card when you're under that contract. So you have the right not to fight the guy that your promoter wants you to fight. But if your fighter doesn't want, if that promoter doesn't want to let you fight somebody else for whatever reason they got, you can't fight them. So that stuff with why did Gervonta Davis duck Lomachenko, to me, is the stupidest fucking conversation. Because Bob Arum was never going to let that fight happen.
Facts.
Bob Arum himself has said, why would I be looking for fights for Gervonta Davis when I've got my own fighters that can fight each other? That shit's stupid. That's what I think about the whole circumstance.
I'm glad
People are
you
just talking out the side of their neck.
I'm glad you said that because I've been trying to explain that to people, but I'm glad you said it now. Maybe they'll listen because I guess they feel like I'm not knowledgeable enough. But I be trying to tell them promoters make more off their people fighting each other. I said, yes, Ryan and Rolly was a great fight, but then PBC looked at it and was like, hold up. We could push Isaac Cruz versus Rolly, then put Isaac Cruz versus Sabril Matias. That's even more money for the PBC. Plus, they keep it in-house, and now that they got the budget, they're making fight cards that's more stacked up now. So now we're starting to get more for our bucks now. But that's all I had to say, man. Peace, bless. I'm about to go back out to the thing, man. Shalom.
All right, brother. You have a great day.
All right, you too.
Yes, sir. Man, look, man. Thank you, Lorenzo Longino. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat and the Cash App. It's really important, so thank you. Really, 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 really thank you. Look, man. A lot of this YouTube talk is ridiculous. These guys, Ryan Garcia cannot make a fight with Gervonta Davis if Oscar De La Hoya really, really doesn't want it. This is why Keith is getting a title shot. He's not getting a title shot. But guess what? The WBO won't sanction it. So guess what Tim Tszyu did? Exactly what I said Tim Tszyu would do. Tim Tszyu will tell them, I'll drop the belt before I do fight somebody that I don't want to fight. He will drop the belt first. He said he would. He said, I want the Jermell Charlo fight. Jermell's got 2 belts. I don't feel like I'm a champion unless I fight Jermell Charlo. So if the WBO tried to force me to fight somebody else that I don't want to fight, I'll just drop the belt. Notice the WBO didn't strip him for fighting him because guess what Tim Tszyu probably would have done? Tim Tszyu probably would have said, take the belt. Tim Tszyu got a daddy that was a world champion. Costa Tszyu. Costa Tszyu would tell him, I'm sure, the money, son, the money. You'll get another belt. The money. And you want to, what's Bernie Mac name? I know you're still listening. Fanan, I'm in Philly. You might be my cousin. We're all cousins, man. At a certain, we're all cousins. That's how the human race works. But anyway, Kenny Sims Jr., Chicago native, number 2, WBA 140. He has been waiting and he put in the work to be in position to fight Sims Jr. I hope he does get that fight. Look, man, I need for you guys to stop trying to play that nonsense argument. It's a non-argument when you start preaching about legacy. Legacy. Your legacy is what it is. Black parent in the building. Said, Fanan, I tried to say something like this in a chat and they fried me. I was like, I'm just being reasonable. Shake my head. Yeah, but you can't be reasonable with unreasonable people. Hey, thank you, Mr. Nieves. The WBO want Crawford as their champion at 154. Well, who's going to pay for the fight? That's the problem Bud is having, I'm telling you. Who's going to pay for the fight? Problem. Man, you guys are tripping, bro. Give me 1 second. And you guys don't like to lose. Also. And you're going to lose talking to me. There you go. Okay, sorry. Isak going to be fat at 140. I don't know, man. He's going to be short at 140. I know that. He's going to be short at 140. Look, man, that's why don't worry about that, Black Parent. That's why you can come over here. Shameless plug for this channel, bro. I'm not doing all of this nonsense that these dudes are doing. I'm not interested in it. You guys are full of crap. And you know you're full of crap. You don't have to understand the concepts that you're talking about. You start with your conclusion and work backwards. Every time. You start with your conclusion and try to justify it. You don't start with what the facts are and work forward. That's your problem. That's why you lose every single solitary time. Because you start with Gervonta's ducking Devin. That's your number one premise, and everything works from that. Oh, and let's go back. Oh, it's about legacy then. It's not about money, it's about legacy. Well, Shakur Stevenson asked for 50-50. Well, it wasn't about legacy, it was about money. Isn't that what they do, Black Parent? But see, the problem is that I don't know that you do, but I do not think that you have a big platform to do it. I have big enough a platform where I can do it. You're not going to be able to shut me up. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are, Relations. Yes, you are. Look, man. Is it true or is it not true that when we talk about Gervonta Davis, it's about legacy? Gervonta needs to do it for legacy. It's about legacy. Why isn't he going to do? He doesn't have legacy. It's legacy. But when it was Devin and Shakur, it wasn't about legacy. It was about money. That would have been the best fighter Devin ever beat or ever fought. But it wasn't about it. I'm surprised all these crying for Crawford calls ain't come yet. What do you mean? Crying for Crawford? That he stuck? Oh, let's talk about Terrence Crawford. That he stuck? Dog, Terrence Crawford is stuck. Stuck. And not in a bad way. Don't get me wrong, he's in a good position now. He's in a good position because he's the best fighter in the world. Recognized widely as the best fighter in the world. So that is definitely a great, and not very many people got a chance to beat him. So no, Spence is not stuck at all. Spence is not stuck. No, he is not. If you'd like to explain to me how Spence is stuck, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Please explain to me how Errol's stuck. But even if he is stuck, so what? I'm talking about Terrence being stuck. Terrence is going to fight. He's going to fight Terrence Crawford. He's going to fight Errol Spence. Or he ain't going to fight nobody that's going to get him any money. Man, Errol Spence got all kind of options. Everybody will fight him because the reward is there and the risk looks lower. Keith Thurman will fight him in a second. Tim Tszyu will fight him in a second. Gervonta will fight him in a second. Who else won't fight him? Who else? Terrence is only stuck because he won't fight people. Why? Let me tell you why. So, Fanon, how much do you think Bud is worth to the PBC per fight? I don't know. Worth whatever he can sell. Whatever he can sell. I would suspect whatever site fee that they're going to pay, plus the majority of the percentage of the pay-per-view and the cost of promoting the pay-per-view. Stanionis will fight him? What? I don't. Yeah, please let me know how he's stuck. Because only person that Errol said he's not going to fight that I know of is Keith Thurman. He said he'll never fight him. So does he have another option other than Keith Thurman? Yes, he does. Tim Tszyu would fight him for that belt in a second. And they would have to sanction that fight. They would have to sanction that fight. The WBO wouldn't get away with not sanctioning that fight. Because all he would have to do, Errol Spence have to do, is apply for a ranking with the WBO. And they would have to sanction that fight. They wouldn't even have, there's really not even any really good argument whatsoever for them not doing it. Kyle, I'll let you on when you get done eating, brother. Yeah, as soon as you get done eating. Yeah. Give me 1 second. You good?
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what's up?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I only hopped on just because you had said if I wanted to speak on that. Let me pause this because I could hear myself over there. As far as, if Crawford's stuck, we don't know the specifics of the contract, but if they're obligated to fight each other next, I think it's they're both stuck.
That's not what I meant by stuck.
Oh, I misunderstood.
No, what I meant was, let me tell you what I meant. I meant was that he does not have a lot of options other than the ones that are going to be presented by the PBC. That's what I meant. Because now Tim Tszyu is not, he wanted to say of the fights that he said he wanted, and his team said he wanted, was not Errol Spence. They don't want the Errol Spence fight next. I don't know whether he has to fight Errol based on that contract or not, but I'm going to assume, since he said that he doesn't want to fight him, I'm just assuming that he doesn't have to, that, that contract, that rematch clause is not going to go forever and ever and ever. So the only thing that I know is that it was supposed to happen last year. So I'm just going to assume that he has that freedom. If he has that freedom, then who are you going to fight next? Tim Tszyu is fighting Keith Thurman. So that's gone.
He could fight Charlo, who called him out after his ugly performance against Canelo.
He said he doesn't want to fight Charlo.
He did say that, but now
that's my point. But I'm saying
he has less options. He may entertain it.
That's my point. Like, of the people that he said he would not fight, he doesn't want to fight Jerron. He doesn't want to fight Jerron Ennis. He doesn't want to fight Errol Spence. He doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman, and he doesn't want to fight Jermell Charlo. That's what he said. He only wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, and he wants to fight Tim Tszyu. Well, Tim Tszyu's gone, And Canelo Alvarez doesn't want to fight him. Also, so if he's going to do anything, what big fights are there for him to have? He would have to go. Who?
Teofimo.
Yeah, but Teofimo Lopez is with Top Rank. So Top Rank, is that fight really available to him when Top Rank, Bob Arum, has him signed? So Bob Arum is going to want a multi-fight deal. Well, or he's not. I don't even think he's going to want to do it with him. Because he'll say, hey, man, because he only wants to do one fight deals with him. And one fight deal is like feeding Teofimo Lopez to him. So that's like saying, let me throw away Teofimo Lopez for a one-time paycheck. I don't think he wants to do that. So since Bob Arum doesn't want to sign him to a multi-fight deal, and he's not going to just throw away a guy that is one of his bigger names that is on a multi-fight contract, he's not going to throw that dude away to Terrence Crawford. So that's probably not realistic.
I agree with that. Do you think Errol Spence should be do you think you favor Errol against Tim Tszyu?
I think he's got a chance. I don't know. Tim Tsz유's a big boy. Errol didn't look good in his last fight, but I'll take the fight.
I'm starting to question Errol's his pop too, because he's an accumulation puncher, but he doesn't have that one punch power to really just demand respect. So I think Tim Tszyu has appeared to be someone who's okay with just plodding forward, applying pressure,
Yeah, but he's somebody that'll plod forward and get hit with a lot of shit. And I think it depends on what Errol Spence Jr. looks like at 154 pounds.
I think it would be just a war of attrition with that.
Terrence Crawford didn't look like his power was like that, really like that at 135 pounds. That didn't really show up for him until he got to 140, and really didn't show up until he got to 147. So it very well could be that Errol was just not full size. So if he's full size, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'll say I'll take the fight.
I agree, because even Crawford at 135 didn't show the same pop, like you said. Even Haney, he looked to have more power at 140. He wasn't dropping people like that. He was able to drop Prograis. And then you hear a lot of rumors of how Spence, everyone who spars him says Spence is so powerful, so powerful. That's probably because he's sparring at his natural weight, like 160, 165, in that ballpark. So
it could be. Yeah. So that's why I'll say I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, Tim Tszyu looks really good, man. Tim Tszyu can fight.
Yeah, and he's very strong. It would be a war of attrition, whoever he fights. It's like who can really withstand what he's dishing out and have effective, punching against him to kind of discourage him.
Yeah, but the thing with Tim Tszyu is he's not really fought anybody that's going to hit him a lot, and what he's hitting them with is something that is going to like start beating up and start draining him, because he really doesn't get hit. I mean, he gets hit. He showed that he's a better boxer in his last fight, but than he had before, slipping shots or whatever. But like I said, I'll take it, man. That's why I say I'll take the fight.
Yeah, I'm an Errol fan, man, but I don't know. 154, even the dude who Fundora beat, I forgot his name off, Lubin. I think that's a tough fight for Spence. And I'm a Spence fan. It's just tough because I think all those boys there, you're not fighting Fundora. That's a tough fight. You're not, I don't see him perhaps fighting Lubin. Even Tim Tszyu, it's tough. He got a tough challenge ahead of him no matter what direction. I'd like to see him get a victory. Like somewhat of a soft touch if he's not going right into the Crawford rematch.
I mean, that would be nice.
Just your confidence, get the ring rust off, because his last performance was tough to watch.
Dude, he's going to be fighting Terrence Crawford next, so I'm 95% on that, man.
I just saw a video.
And the other thing, brother, that man had a gigantic car accident, brother, and I believe, and I'm telling you, I believe what is being said about his injuries. I believe it. People can call it an excuse. If you want to call it an excuse or not, I still believe it. I don't think he's lying about it. I think what he said about his ribs is true. I think his cataract surgery is true. I think that him having a difficulty making a weight is true. I know the fact that he is. Hey, merch is done, bro. I got to put you got to chill for a second. I know it's true that he hadn't had a fight in 15 months, but it is what it is, man. We'll see what happens, man.
Spence is the warrior. Just him boxing alone is a feat in its own. Because
Yeah, man. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. We'll see what takes place.
all right, and you like Isak Cruz? You said against Rolly.
I like Isak Cruz against Rolly. Yes, I do.
You know, people are gonna come for Tank. I saw a video saying that because Isak's willing to move up, how come Tank? And I even commented.
And I hope your comment was that's stupid.
I said you can't compare Rolly's skill set to Devin's, and Rolly's a flat-footed fighter who is still, you know, Isak Cruz is not taking on the same risk that Tank would be by moving up to fight Haney. I made that correlation because that's not accurate.
Let me tell you what. First of all, anybody can move up. So the fuck what? You can make the same argument. Jose Pedraza moved up from 135 to 140 pounds. Okay. Rolly Romero moved from 135 pounds to 140 pounds to fight Ismael Barrosa. Teofimo Lopez moved from 135 to 140 pounds. You can point out a bunch of people that moved up from 135 to 140 pounds. Yeah. So just because I can name somebody that went from 135 to 140 means Gervonta Davis needs to do it?
No, Tank has already moved up 3 times.
But no, I'm just saying that just tells you that everybody needs to move up no matter what. The logical extension is that everybody needs to move up no matter what. That is just some bullshit logic that comes from the fact that you're trying to frame Gervonta Davis for ducking Devin Haney. The fact of the matter is, even if you look at specifically at that circumstance, what do you see? Rolly Romero is a champion. Isak Cruz does not have another championship shot. Isak Cruz does not have a big payday. That is the only big payday that Isak Cruz can get is by moving up to 135. Those are not the case. That's not the case for Gervonta. Gervonta Davis is a reigning champion. Isak Cruz is not a reigning champion. Isak Cruz is a PBC fighter, and the only PBC fighter that's got a belt in that division is a guy he already lost to for that belt. So what is he supposed to do? Stay there and not get a championship fight? Turn that down when he doesn't have a better option?
In addition, I agree. In addition to the fact that they're only having 12 events agreed to with Amazon Prime. So you better take advantage of an opportunity if you're being offered it by your promotional company.
Yeah, but I don't know if I think it's as many as 14 pay-per-views, but I think there's more than that number of events. But but even Showtime did about, aside of major fights, I don't think Showtime did 12 major events a year. Yeah. They had the show boxes. But
I thought maybe the shortage of opportunity to present yourself or have a fight is maybe even why Thurman's willing to fight Zoo. You know,
I mean, dude, they're paying, but it also could be the fact that they got money. They got money for the fights. Yeah. They had a really good year last year.
Yeah,
Showtime had a great year PBC had a great year last year. Oh yeah, they have the best year of any promotional of any boxing platform. Period last year, which is why it just blows my mind that people keep acting like they are failures. Like they had a better year than DAZN by far. They had a better year than Matchroom by far. Yeah. They had a better year than ESPN. They had the best year literally had the best year of anybody in boxing, easily.
Yeah, so they did their thing last year.
What did you say?
They went out with a bang, and now they basically, in my opinion, rose their stock for. Probably why Amazon even, entertained.
Their stock has been high. I'm telling you, their stock has, to any reasonable person that is not trying to run their name in their mud, their stock has been high for a while because they don't need the money advances to make fights be profitable. Yeah. They're not asking. They're basically saying it's like a guy like, do you know who what's the name? Not the baby, but whoever the guy is from Cash Money. Birdman. Yeah, Birdman said, I'm the only person that only has a distribution deal. I'm the only person that only has a distribution deal. That all I got to do is pay them to just put my album out. But I own all the publishing. I own all the other rights, everything else associated with it. Because I've done such a good job with them, they just gave me a distribution deal and said that's good enough. The PBC is somebody that is good enough where they basically just need a distribution deal. Everybody else needs for you to literally pay for they need for you to pay for I see you, King, man. You're going to say some other stupid shit.
Fanan, I just wanted to speak on the Crawford thing, and I'm going to
All right, brother, get it. I'll let you go.
Multitasking, brother. Be good.
Oh, no worries, man. Get back. What are you going to accuse me of, man?
Hey, good morning, man. Good morning.
Yeah, whatever, man. What are you going to accuse me of?
I just wanted to have a sincere and courteous conversation with you today.
I don't want to have a. If you have to tell me that if you have to tell me that the conversation is sincere, I don't know what that means to you.
Fanan,
sincere?
I don't want any hostility.
You're gonna get it, bro. So what?
Do you think? I wanted to ask you a couple questions. First,
I don't want to answer a couple questions. What's your point?
Well, I was gonna say something real quick. They're doing 12 pay-per-views this year. That's
12 to 14.
That's the kind of deal that they have. They're not gonna
12 to 14.
Right. So that's the kind of deal that they have, right? So they have to do it's a pay-per-view model deal.
Sir, I don't know that. All they said was that they had 12 to 14 pay-per-views and they have other things that they're doing as well.
We'll see.
No, not we'll see. That's what they said. That's what we've seen.
Do you think this first pay-per-view between Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman was a planned pay-per-view for first pay-per-view on Amazon? Or
do I think it was planned? I know it was planned.
I know it's officially announced, but do you think you expected this last
I
month?
know that it was planned.
Fanan, you're not understanding what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're going. I understand what you're trying to do. You're going to try to make an argument that somehow it's a failure because that's not what they really wanted. They were unable to do something else because they're inefficient, inept, or something else. Fanan, I know exactly what you're going to do.
Do you think Amazon wanted to see Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman on their
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You really believe that, Fanan?
Yes, because they're airing it.
Fanan, that's not a good fight to start with on pay-per-view.
Excuse me, sir. If they didn't want it, they wouldn't air it.
Let me ask you this. Are you going to purchase this fight?
Yes.
I thought that Tim Tszyu was an Australian.
Will you stop for a second, you fucking buffoon? Will you stop just trying to hate on the PBC and try to find some way to do it?
How is this?
I know. Just stop, man. For real. You're basically saying, when you ask me this stupid fucking question, do you think it was planned? So what do you think they really planned and were unable to accomplish, King? What do you think? What do you think, in your great expertise and understanding, what do you think Amazon really wanted? You think they wanted Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Canelo Alvarez?
No, I think they wanted Gervonta Davis on their first pay-per-view. I think.
How do you know that?
Abdul Wahid. I think that's.
How do you know that they wanted him on the first one and not of the 12 that they have or 14 that they have?
Why wouldn't you debut on a big platform with such a huge name like Gervonta, man? Why wouldn't you do that?
Why wouldn't they debut in March because they took what the PBC wanted to happen? Because the PBC's job is to put the fights on.
Fanan, you went to
now.
Harvard.
I want to ask you a question. Why would you think that Gervonta Davis and it wouldn't be Canelo? Since you say you think that they wanted Gervonta, why didn't they want Canelo?
Canelo has dates set already. He fights.
They know he does not have dates set already. Isn't Canelo? Wouldn't you want Canelo Alvarez, who's the biggest name in boxing, to be the first one?
Fanan.
So obviously, based on your question, you know there's a reason that they wouldn't have the biggest name on that date.
Fanan, Canelo fights on.
So maybe they want Gervonta on another date for another reason.
Are you gonna buy this? You're gonna buy this pay-per-view.
Maybe they don't want it. When does March Madness end?
I don't follow football.
When does March Madness not football?
On basketball, sorry.
Maybe they don't want it in the NFL season. Maybe they don't want it. I don't know when March Madness ends. Maybe they don't want it. Let's see. When is March Madness?
Fanon, if you signed a major deal
Excuse
with
me, something. Excuse
what
me,
would you
sir.
what would you do?
Madness. March Madness 2024 schedule. March Madness, the Elite Eight is March 30th.
Your audio is going. Okay, it's back.
Excuse me. I got your answer, genius. Because that Saturday is the Final Four.
So you think March Madness is going to affect the Gervonta Davis fight?
Fucking right. Are you stupid? March Madness is on Saturday night. March Madness is the culmination of the college basketball season. And it's huge. It's right there with the Super Bowl, the World Series, the NFL, the NFL and NBA Finals. No, they do not want Gervonta Davis fighting on Saturday night and going up against the Final Four.
Didn't you went to Harvard Business School? Who would you want?
I didn't go to Harvard Business School, you fucking idiot. Look, man, no way in the world are they going to put up a major boxing match against nobody. Is going up against no boxer in the world, no UFC fighter in the world is coming to the United States and going up against the Final Four. Nobody. Do you know what the viewership is on the Final Four? Let's see, you genius. Let's see. Viewership.
Boxing has its own niche, brother.
Man, shut up. Final Four. Men's. The late semifinal between UConn and Miami was watched by 12.8 million TV viewers.
So you're saying it's on March 30th?
You are going to go up. Yes, it's March 30th and it's March 30th and March 30th and March 31st. They've got those. And the finals, I do believe, are after that. But anyway, I answered your question, genius. Nobody's going to go up against March Madness. No. So if they have to have a date, absolutely put Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu on that date.
I just think
do not put Gervonta Davis versus anybody on that date.
I just think that fight is a clown show because it's at a catch weight. And I don't
Dude,
even
now you want to think it's a clown show. Did you think it's stupid to put on there or it's a clown show? You think Tim Tszyu's a clown?
No, I really like
He's a reigning world champion. You think Keith Thurman is a clown? He's a former unified champion with one loss.
When was his last fight, Fanon?
Shut the fuck up, you fucking.
You don't have.
Goodbye, you fucking buffoon. Thank you. You're a buffoon. Go away, buffoon. I can start with the answer that you're a buffoon, and I always wind up with you being a buffoon. Yeah. Guess who never fought against March Madness? You will be lucky to get on a pay-per-view 1.2 million pay-per-views. But 12.5 million are going to be watching the late semifinal of March Madness. And you think they're going to drop that? And oh yeah, that's really smart. That's really smart. That's highly intelligent right there. Highly intelligent right there. He dared to be great. Can you guys please not do this to me anymore? Well, no, you're going to keep doing it. Sorry, man. What a fucking moron. Like, for real, for real. Hey, man, thank you to anybody that supported in the Cash App today, which I don't think was anybody but one dude, but nope. Yep. Upper Echelon is the king of the Cash App today. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you immensely. He said, Fanon, hasn't the time between Christmas and Easter usually been quiet for boxing historically? Yes. It's called the football season. It's called the football season. Called the football season. Yeah. Like, yeah. What's going on, Real Mulatto? How you feeling, brother? Can't hear you, man. I can't hear you, man. Upper echelon, the king of the super chat, brother. Thank you, brother. Said, since I'm king, you are, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for that support, man. NBA Finals and the Super Bowl. Yeah, man. Like you're not going up against those guys, man. That's why May is a big deal. May is a big deal. Alton Jones in that Cash App. Thank you, brother. I think. What happened? Oh. So, hey, thank you, Seth, for dealing with that guy. Yeah, man. He's crazy, man. Like, man, that's crazy. It's crazy to me, man. Crazy to me, bro. Hey, man, thank you. Hey, thank y'all, man. Joshua Roberts in the building. Thank you, brother, for the $5 holler, brother. Thank y'all, man, for uplifting the Cash App. Thank you for uplifting the Cash App. Dog, I'm a hater, bro. Hey, just showing support for the chat. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Miss Fields, Latricia Fields. What's going on, Franz Kafka? We demand frequent next. Oh, man, bro. Hey, frequent. All right, frequent. If you want to holler, you can. He said Floyd's arrogant ass never even went up against football or March Madness. Dude, the only cat that I know, only boxer that I know that would go up against that would be at Muhammad Ali. That's the only one that I know of that would do that. And even then, dude, the NBA wasn't as big, and nor was the NFL as big as it is now. I'm Prince. Oh, that's what's up. Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. Mike Tyson might have been able to pull that off. Yeah, Mike Tyson might have been. I don't know if Mike Tyson would have. But see, it doesn't even matter. You just don't do that. Because why would you do that? When you're only going to fight a couple times a year, and there's plenty of dates where you don't even have to take the chance. So I wouldn't do it. Man, King, that was really dumb. I want somebody to debate me on this other issue. What's going on, Mr. Pragmatic? Says, sorry, I've been so wrapped up in the chat. I forgot to add my support to the channel. Thank you, brother. Mr. Pragmatic Dude, you are a lifesaver, brother. Thank you, man. Zenith, PBC. Oh, Zenith said that. Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second, man. I got to do something real fast. Is Frequent Flyer still in the chat? Thank y'all for supporting the channel and letting me do this, man. For not had us feeling like deadbeats. Nah, man, I'm just telling you. I got to say it. Shit, that's the only way I'm able to do this. It's just what it is. It's just the truth, man. Mr. Rogers, thank you, sir, for the support. Thank you, brother. Yeah, frequent. Come on, man. Come on, frequent. Because you are frequent, bro. You are frequent. So, my nigga's so deep. So deep in the building. Said, hey, man, make sure y'all go. Said, just because. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. HTTP. Man, y'all better support Mixcloud.com. Parlor V's Wheaton. Hey, you've been sponsored. Fahim Sator said, for Frequent Flyer. Sponsorship. You've been sponsored, Frequent Flyer.
Salute for 9.
What's up, man? What's up, brother? You are pay-per-view worthy.
Oh man, I was questioning should I even click the link, man. I'm kind of nervous. But I'm still confused though, for 9. You said he was never asked the question, but then at the same time you saying he didn't respond to it. Then you said he responded negatively to it. Both of those things can't be true. You can't say he was never asked the question and throw me off at that and then say he responded to something. If he was never asked, then he can't respond to anything. That, forgive me if that's not logical, but it sounds logical to me. That those two things can't be true at the same time. You can't argue at me and King for saying that he was never asked the question and then argue with the same guy that was up there saying he was never asked the question and then at the same time say that he responded to the question negatively or he didn't respond to it. Then he had to be asked the question. And it shouldn't be any confusion as to who he was talking about, because when the guy mentioned Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, he immediately said he want job with Al Heyman. So we know that Shakur Stevenson doesn't work with Al Heyman, so we know he's referring to Tank Davis.
Stop.
Why are you stopping me now that I'm getting to...
You're confused, and I'm going to get rid of your confusion. You are now taking this false confusion because you're not confused, but you're continue to move and then go and use all this for all kind of other shit.
No, I'm saying I'm confused to what you're saying.
Let me get rid of your confusion. He did not ask a question specifically. Adi Oladipo never asked specifically about Devin Haney fighting Gervonta Davis. He never asked that question.
Not in that form, right? Not in that form, but...
Sir, he never asked that question. He didn't do it. What he said was, the two of them fighting, that's what he said. So, if
each other, you left that part.
Stop. What?
He said the two of them versus each other. He said that too.
Doesn't matter. The two of them against each other. Doesn't matter that he said that, because he didn't mention Gervonta and Devin. We have to assume that's who he means. So I said, even if we assume that's what the question was, because it wasn't the question, we have to assume that it was the question. Okay? Just like if I say, do you want this? You don't know what's in my hand, do you? No, you have to assume.
Okay, let's back up a little bit.
So let's assume that what I have in here is a memory card for a computer, which I do. But you didn't know this. You just suspected until I actually show you it. So since he didn't say it, I'm saying that he never specifically asked that question.
Okay.
Because excuse me, sir, I'm getting rid of your confusion. I'm not arguing with you. I'm getting rid of the confusion. So you have to understand what I'm saying, not argue with it. Because you said you're confused. You didn't say you didn't agree. You said you didn't understand. So since you didn't understand, the only thing that I'm doing is giving you understanding. I'm not going to debate you about whether or not it's true or not. Because if you really want to debate, then I have to suspect that you were being dishonest when you said you were confused. So we're going to address your confusion and get rid of your confusion. I am very clear that Ali Oladipo never asked Turkey Al-Sheikh, do you want to see Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney fight each other in Saudi Arabia? That question wasn't asked. The question that was asked specifically concerning Gervonta, where Gervonta Davis is mentioned, is we have not seen the big American fighters in Saudi Arabia, Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Like Gervonta Davis, like Shakur Stevenson. So we don't know for sure when Ali Oladipo said the two of those guys fighting, we don't know for sure that he wasn't talking about Shakur, because Shakur's name was mentioned as well. But we will assume that. Let's assume that. Okay,
The Al Heyman part confirms that, though, right?
Sir, no. You have to assume that too. But you're not confused about that. You're confused about whether or not I could say that they never answered the question, but still say what I said about him shaking his head no.
And
Because,
responding to the question.
sir, a question that a question that we're assuming was asked, not that was actually asked, that we're assuming it, because the question was not asked. But then I said, since you want to assume it, since you believe it's apparent that he was talking about Gervonta Davis, let's go with what your assumption is. If the assumption is correct, then his answer looked to me like no answer or shaking his head no. So you're not confused anymore. If you are truly asking me about alleviating your confusion, then that explanation should satisfy that. Shouldn't it?
No, there's still one thing though. For
What's
now,
the confusion?
the part where you're saying that you don't understand how he was talking. He could have been talking about Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis, and he didn't mention them because he mentioned one thing we do know, he mentioned Devin Haney by name.
You're not confused. You're trying to argue. You're not confused because you just said that I'm confused about something. I'm not confused.
I said I was confused.
You said what you were confused about. And what you were confused about was how I could say that Ali Oladipo never asked Turkey Al-Sheikh about Gervonta Davis fighting Devin Haney. He was never asked that. And the fact is that he wasn't asked that. But
okay, so
there is an assumption that people are making. There's an assumption that people are making that when he said, what about the two of them fighting? That Ali Oladipo was referring to Devin and Gervonta. That's an assumption you have to make. Isn't it? Isn't that an assumption? Yes, it's an assumption.
Yeah,
that was a
yes,
rhetorical question. That was a rhetorical question. It wasn't an invitation for you to talk all day about it. That's a rhetorical question. Clearly, that is an assumption that you have to make. So if we make that assumption, what do we have to assume about the non-answer and the shaking of the head? That whatever he was asking about, Turkey Al-Sheikh did not respond to. So since he didn't respond to it, you know that he didn't say yes. He specifically refused to respond to it.
And so basically you don't believe you don't believe that they were talking about Tank and Devin. You're saying it could have been anything, and since they didn't specifically specify, that he was asking about those two fighters in general, then you're saying that's why you're dismissing it.
I'm going to tell you right now, that is the most pitiful attempt at a straw man argument that you have ever made.
How is that a straw man? I'm asking you, is that what you're saying?
Because you tried to rephrase what I said, and you turned it completely into something that there's no reason for you to believe at all that I said. I'm telling you very clearly what I said. Turkey Al-Sheikh was never asked specifically about a fight between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. And in the one time that he was asked about maybe these two could fight, maybe you don't want these two guys together, that did not mention Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney specifically when Ali Depo asked that. And so even if you assume that that's what they were referring to, Turkey Al-Sheikh didn't answer the question, but he shook his head. That's what I'm saying.
So I understand.
Then if you understand, then we should be done because you're not confused anymore. So will you please say I'm no longer confused?
I'm no longer confused. So because they didn't specify, then we can't assume is what you're saying, right?
We should be done, and you shouldn't be trying to rephrase what I'm saying.
I'm not rephrasing it to nothing crazy though, right? I said if they didn't specify, then we can't assume. That's basically what you're saying, right?
Can't assume what?
We can't assume that he's talking about Devin Haney fighting Gervonta Tank Davis because they didn't specify. That would be assuming. That's what you're saying.
Sir, let me tell you what I'm saying. Turkey Al-Sheikh never gave any concrete reason for anybody to believe that he is willing to fund a fight between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney specifically.
Oh, yeah, I got that. I never was arguing that at all.
That's it. Anything underneath that, any confusion, any misunderstanding, any rephrasing, any disagreement is all directly downhill from that premise.
That's why I said the whole thing was a misunderstanding. I was just saying he was asked it.
If you understand that premise, then you shouldn't have anything else to say about it.
I don't. I
okay,
really don't.
So we're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Thank you.
Salute.
Salute to you. Besides bringing up Al Heyman, he said we should work together. Al Heyman, you tell Al Heyman we should work together. Work together to do what? Oh, I know. There's Zenith 360. There's no misunderstanding. They lied. Y'all lied about what that man said. Exactly. There's no misunderstanding. Just like they lied about Devin Haney being Lomachenko's mandatory. Just like they lied about that. That is a stone cold lie. That Devin Haney was Lomachenko's mandatory. And I'm on 3 years of combating that lie. 3 years of you haven't lied about that. Y'all been lying about that since 2019. It's like 5 years of you lying about that. Straight up lie. Straight up and down lie. They lie all the time. No, not obviously. What is obvious is that he didn't say that he wanted to make a fight with him. Hey, tell him we should work together. Making what fight? Making what fight? We should talk about making what fight? Turkey Al-Sheikh doesn't have fighters signed to him. What? Shame on you guys for being so dishonest and making it so easy on me. So easy. Guillermo Maldonado, if you do not click this link, click the link, dude. Why did they franchise Loma then? So that Lomachenko wouldn't have a mandatory. That's why, Guillermo Maldonado. And so that he could fight and unify belts without having to worry about fighting a mandatory. That's why they franchised him. The same reason that they franchised Canelo Alvarez. It's not confusing when somebody explains it to you. It's only confusing if somebody explains it to you and you don't like it. It really, Fanon, it sounded like he didn't want to speak about non-DAZN fighters. Exactly. Because they got to deal with DAZN. They got to deal with DAZN. Were the Saudis part of the Day of Reckoning card? What is that? Man, I've only seen those guys working with UK promoters. I haven't seen Golden Boy. I haven't seen, well, Top Rank. I guess Top Rank was over there. But no, not even Top Rank has been over there. Not even Top Rank has been over there. Tyson Fury is signed with Frank Warren. It's not an interpretation, bro. It's not an interpretation. It's what it is. Exactly. It's obvious to everybody that, dude, YouTube channels are using Tank's name to stay relevant. It's a mutually beneficial circumstance. It's a mutually beneficial circumstance. You can shit on Gervonta Davis and get views for shitting on Gervonta Davis. Fanon, I watched the live yesterday for parts that I missed. I was in tears last night. Key Aisha Irina was cutting up in the chat and Turkey about Turkey not being royal. Masterful work. Yeah, bro. They dressed that dude. They look, bro. That man jumped. That man put on that garb, bro. And you think that man is a king? He put on a crown, and you could have sworn he was King Charles. Wild, bro. Bro, it's not, man. Let me tell you something, man. That shit's always been there. Belts, multiple belts, my entire life. If somebody explains it to you, you should understand. Hey, Mr. Pitts, thank you, Big Dre. Big Dre. Thank you, brother. Thank you, sir. Man, my wife is leaving today, and it always sucks. My wife is leaving today. She's going on a business retreat. And then after that, she'll be home for 2 days, and then she's going to go to visit her mother. That always sucks. Because I always have temptation to act a fool when my wife is not around. But then I'm too old to act a fool, and I know that acting a fool is not right. So I'm always stuck with the feeling of, man, I should go to a strip club. Man, I should go buy me an ounce. You know what I mean? I should get on the road and go drive to New Orleans and, you know. And I think, nah, for now I'm finna throw a holler. No, I'm not. I'm about to finish this book. No, I'm not, dog. No, I'm not. She has temptations, but you won't know. No, I disagree. I disagree that she'll have temptations that I won't know. How in the world would you think that? That is absolutely ridiculous. I don't believe that at all, that you'll have temptations that I don't know. I would love, just for the hell of it, to debate that one. No, watch this. There will be temptations, and I know it. What? There'll be some man that walks by her that is better looking than me. What? You don't think that I know that there are men better looking than me? That there are men that got game? That there are men out there that my wife may think is attractive? You think I'm stupid or something? Dog, everybody got temptations, bro. If there were no temptations, there would be no need for any of it. Of course there's temptations out there. She doesn't have to tell me. I don't want to know her temptations. I know they're there. What? I'm not stupid. Dude, God gave you a brain for a reason. Gave you a brain for a reason. You shouldn't have to be told everything. Do I think that my wife is going to do something out there? No, I do not. I don't suspect it. I don't worry about it. I would put money on it that no. But that doesn't mean it's not there. What? You guys suck, bro. I mean, you can say it's disrespectful. I don't care. Disrespectful what? You ain't smoking no ounce? That, let me tell you for sure. When I used to smoke, absolutely positively in the amount of time she was gone, I could definitely get rid of an ounce. Definitely. Without a doubt, I could get rid of one. Quite easily. Said they real soft, bro. Back in the day, absolutely I could. I mean, he tried to be disrespectful. I don't care. I mean, I guess he intended to be disrespectful. So what? Dog, that isn't, dog, please. My mind doesn't work that way, brother. Not anymore. I believe that my wife loves me. It took me a long time to really, truly believe it because I didn't think I deserved it. But now that I think that I really do deserve it, it's that much easier for me to believe that she does. See, that's the problem with you bums. You don't think that you are really a worthy person for that woman. Because if you truly thought that you were worthy, then you would truly believe that she wants you for you. And then you would realize that you are the only you. So what do you got to worry about? Quick break from work. If there were no temptations, you wouldn't know she loved you. Exactly. Because she would actually have to decide not to do that. All of the above, sir. Ray Davis, all of the above. All of the above. What? What did I? All of the above. Exactly. I don't know why I would worry about it. I don't worry about it. I don't believe it. I just think you guys are insecure. I work very, very hard to make my wife feel appreciated and take care of my responsibilities. And not just my responsibilities, a little bit more than my responsibilities. So, you know, Arena, let me tell you something. No, I don't care. It's everybody's business. It's everybody's business. Everybody's business. I'm not giving you my wife and my business. That's just a general, she's going out of town. Somebody says, oh, there's temptations. I don't have to go there to know that. But it is what it is. My wife will always tell me if I give too much information. Oh, feeding into these miserable people? Yeah, it's kind of part of the job. Hold on a second. Oh, chill, Helney. Nah, I thought that shit said Bill Haney. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And its maturity. Absolutely, bro. Lorenzo Longino, teaching on all levels, real talk, real OG talk. Thank you, sir. Oh, I think a lot of those fights are going to go to Thursday, bro, because they're Saturday. They need better Thursday night programming. Hey, Henry Dixon. He said, you say, good morning. Do you remember they put Shakur on a Thursday night because there was a race and a car attraction? They need to put all that shit on ESPN on Thursday nights. They're putting Teofimo Lopez on Thursday night. They don't do well on Saturday night. They do not do well on Saturday night. They need to put all that stuff, all of it. Every bit of Top Rank need to be on Thursday nights. Till you give me something worthy of my Saturday night. Their fights need to be on Thursday. Anytime I gotta watch the fights that they're putting on, those fights should be on Thursday. Those are not Saturday night. Those are not Saturday night fights. They absolutely need to take ESPN boxing back to Thursday nights. Their numbers aren't any good on Saturdays. Their best fights are not good on Saturdays. And they're going to have pay-per-views on Saturday. Why are you giving up a good night of Saturday TV for that? Come on, man. Watch all those prospects fight. And now they're stuck. And then Saturday afternoons. Saturday afternoons. I love ESPN on Saturday afternoons. I love Top Rank ESPN and Top Rank Boxing on Thursday afternoons because those fights are off in Europe. Stop bringing UK fighters to the United States and putting them on in the evening. Let them fight in the afternoon like they've been doing in America for a long time. Save Saturday night for big fights for American fighters. Stop drowning us in Liam Smiths and John Ryder's in the evening time. John Ryder's about to fight Jaime Munguia on DAZN. DAZN, I don't mind that. That's a network. Barbara D, some of these young men need to hear that, though. I don't mean to be sexist, but the majority, or I'm not being sexist. But to tell you the truth, young men need to hear that. Because young men keep learning how to treat women and behave around women from other dumb young men. The whole alpha male movement are a bunch of fucking morons. The entire alpha male movement is a bunch of fucking morons. On what fucking planet is that shit effective? I'm for real. I have no clue why that shit is effective at all, behaving like that. Be an absolute jerk disrespectful, and box your woman up and never allow her to do anything that you don't want her to do. Well, that's a way to make a happy family. The whole alpha male movement that they were talking about, I think, is ridiculous. Ridiculous. How in the world? You're just going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable. She's going to be miserable. You're both going to be miserable. So you're both going to cheat, and the shit's all going to fall apart. Because you got her in a cage. She's going to be resentful for being in that cage. So she's not going to give you what you want. She's going to nag you. Is she gonna nag you, be mean, be spiteful, wait around for your first slip up and leave you because you feel like you want to put her in a box? The fuck wants to be around with somebody in a box? I ain't gonna lie, bro. I thought that whole thing was stupid and needed to be ditched immediately. Man, literally, dude, that's like listening to Steve Harvey talk to you about women. Deep down, that's nothing but misery. It's misery. Misery. I could not imagine if I told my wife, literally was telling her, I need for you to put more makeup on. I don't like how your hair is. Boxing, please. You talk boxing. Fanon, I've been a little under the weather, but just a little support to keep the rotisserie hot on the leader of the Handouts Hive. Thank you, sir. Fanon, it's the difference between these true alphas and these beta converts telling themselves, look, man, I don't know what the definition of it is to some of y'all. I'm just listening to the people that describe it to me. And to me, that sounds like you are just waiting for a divorce. You're just waiting for somebody to want to get away from you. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I learned that lesson early. And you ain't got to tell me twice. But it is what it is, man. Look. Got to know, okay, Martin, you're absolutely correct. Martin, you're absolutely correct, Martin. Thank you. Fanon used Hanos. Ha ha, now you made freak. No, dude, Aaron Muhammad put that on there. Hanos Hive. So I'm going to say, because it's in the super chat. You begging for a divorce with that shit. Begging for it. Especially a professional athlete. Oh my God, you are definitely begging for that shit. You are begging to get your ass broke, is what you are. Hey, I thought you only needed an alpha if rolling in a pack. I roll solo. Exactly. That's when you need an alpha. Even though the alpha is not even true in a wolf pack. There is no alpha male in a wolf pack. Or it's not the dominant male in a wolf pack. It's the father. Like that whole shit about an alpha wolf isn't even true. It's the father. That's it. You got a father and a mother and a bunch of kids. If the father dies, somebody else will take over, and a female from outside the mother father birthright will come into the pack. And now you got more kids. Wolves is father and mother. They're the father and when they say, oh, it's the oldest. Yeah. Call the father and the mother. Most times it's the father and the mother of the rest. It's called a family, homie. It's called a family. Maria, shout out to you. Salute to you, Maria. Motivation. This is some simp talk here. Let's keep it boxing. Dog, you're a simp. If you think what I said is a simp. What the fuck is a simp? Man, you got a simp. Please, bozo. Man, kick rocks. A simp. What's up, man? What's going on, Jorge?
Not much, man. Can you hear me? Oh,
I can hear you perfectly well, sir.
I don't think I can hear myself. What's going on here? This is weird. Hold on. Let me come back.
Okay, no worries. I don't mean to be bad, say anything motivation 104, but I have a suspicion that many of the people that talk this alpha male stuff and simp shit are really gay. I kind of think some of y'all are just kind of, maybe some of y'all are in denial, or you hang out with guys that really don't like women. And I don't mean that as an insult directly towards you. And I'm about to get off, so I'm going to talk for a couple seconds about things that are not boxing. A simp is an opposite of a pimp. What is a simp? Is somebody that is run by a bunch of women. Then an alpha male is a simp. If the simp is the opposite of a pimp, then the only way that then a married man is a simp. A simp is a man that panders to women. Pimps pander to women. You guys are confusing me. Somebody that patterns to Jorge, I see you, CJ. What's going on, Jorge?
It seems like insecurity is all at its best in the chat, man.
What'd you say?
It seems like insecurity is all at its best in the chat.
Oh, it is, man. We got a lot of insecure people, bro. Yes, absolutely. They share very insecure vibes. But, you know, it is what it is. How can I help you about boxing, though?
Man, yeah, I want to bring it back to boxing. I'm very excited about Rollies and Pitbull. Man, that thing is going to be swinging all night. They're going to be swinging hard.
Yes,
they don't
sir.
play jokes. I don't know. I don't have I'm not leaning to anyone in this one, but I think it's going to be a very fun fight. And trash talk is going to be good too.
Yes, sir. I'm liking it. I won't, but see, you got an advantage on the talk because I won't understand Isak Cruz trash talk.
Oh yeah,
so
you're right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep me up to date on what he says, man, because I won't know what he says. Or I mean, I guess I could try to like really go out of my way to figure out what he says. It'll probably take me like 15 minutes per time. I think I can get there. But yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I think just Rolly. I think Rolly is a little bit too strong for him, but I don't know. Probably be leaning into Rolly on this one.
Wow. Rolly's got a length advantage. I can see how Rolly can win the fight.
Yeah, and Pitbull is kind of short. And remember how Pitbull looked like in the last fight?
Yeah, he had a hard time. He had a hard time trying to get close to that guy.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
What about on Thurman and the Australian guy?
Tim Tszyu. I got Tim Tszyu. But
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I'm not sleeping on one time.
Yeah, I think inactivity hopefully don't play a big role in this one for Thurman. He was doing pretty good until he lost to Pacquiao.
Yeah, I thought he was good in the third. I actually thought, other than getting knocked down, he had been coming off of a long layoff with Pacquiao. And other than getting knocked down, I thought he performed well against Pacquiao. It's just he got knocked down. I think he lost some of the earlier rounds, but man, he started putting them hands on Manny Pacquiao towards the end of that fight, in the second half of that fight. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got, man.
Man, thanks, Jorge. I appreciate you,
man.
brother. Yeah, thank you for always coming back, man, and bringing it back down, bringing it back a little bit, but it is what it is. Thank you, sir.
I'll see you the next one.
Yes, sir, for sure. Make Keith great again. Exactly. I can put you out, Jorge. I'll get you out of the chat. There you go. Oh, you got it yourself. Ray all day. How can I help you, sir?
What's up, Fanon? We back in the chat. I know this ain't happening. We got to prolong our big match, so it's okay. I get it. Anyway, listen to me. In all seriousness, I want to talk about what we was talking about. This he hit the nail on the head. It's insecurities. We got a bunch of alpha males that grew up with a lot of women tendencies. No disrespect to the women in the chat. What I'm saying is they grew up around women and they learned a lot of softness, and they try to rebound by acting manly to other men or to women based on how they grew up and how they feel, but they don't want to express it. So they express it in a negative way towards women. And that's what they do all day. I see it. Right? Facts. Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's what it seems, because personally, it does sound to me like you guys you don't like women.
Because at the end of the day, I love my wife, and she going to Houston. Matter of fact, I told her to go give you a call. So,
Yeah, but like watch
I
this.
said, what's up?
Like,
you know
not only do they seem like, I'm not just talking about when I say I don't think they sound like they don't like women.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I have women friends, women that like literally I would like to talk to, that like I like to talk to, that has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not I'm interested in them or not. One of my best friends, and she's been one of my best friends for like almost walking up on 40 years. And I enjoy speaking to her, like with absolutely nothing about any type of romantic involvement at all. I like her as a person. I like listening to women speak. I like actually, like, as far as women go, I enjoy being around women that when it doesn't have anything to do with whether or not I want to be in a relationship with them. Like, one of the things, like, you can have women, I respect women who, like, women judges, women athletes, female, I can listen to, what's her name? Candace Owens. I don't agree with what she says a lot of the time, but I can just look at her as a person that is just speaking and giving me her opinion without putting her in any type of cast because she's a woman. So to me, it just seems like you got a lot of animosity, like you're attracted to women in a physical sense, but as the population of women go in general, you got a lot of animosity towards them. Like, you think like a woman, you're acting like a woman, you got female tendencies. Even when people say that men have female tendencies, I'm like, I know a lot of women that don't act like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got punk tendencies. Really, that's what, to me, like,
we know.
If you notice, Ray, that like many men, like women in modeling, how they have like the women that they call supermodels.
Yeah.
That the women that they think are supermodels all really look like tall teenage boys. They do. They're built like tall.
I cannot lie.
That's how they're built. They're built. They have no hips. They have like no musculature to them. Right. They look like tall prepubescent. They're built like tall pubescent boys.
Right.
And who are the men that are dressing them? Exactly. And I was they're men that are attracted to boys.
You see my other channel, so you know what I do. So I've been to these shows, and I hear you. And they're actually changing that. Believe it or not, the women that actually do the shows instead of the men, they change that. They don't look for those type of women in for walkway. They actually look for women that look like women. When you see, like you said, when you see the Louis Vuittons and all the other dudes, that's what you see. You see these long, slender women, like you said, with weird shapes and nothing. But then when you look at the women designers, they totally do it differently. They show you the women. They show you the figures of the women. They give you that type of, you know what I mean? And I've been to all these shows because I'm a photographer, so I've been backstage. I've seen it. So at the end of the day, Fanon, you're 100% right. Wow, you got me agreeing with you today, man.
Because I be right. Y'all keep acting like it's a trick. It ain't no trick. Yeah, I'm just gonna be right. But no joke, bro. I tell my, I was like, man, I would tell my daughter, man, I'm serious, man. When my daughter was little, I told her that. I'm like, look, don't you ever take that shit right there as what men want. Right. That is what men that like men find attractive. Because the men that they want look like that. There's almost no difference between how the men look and how the women look. So why would you accept the standards of beauty from somebody that doesn't find you beautiful? Right. That is so detrimental to your mental health. Where if you like look at what men look like those magazines, like the ones where they got, what's that, like the the ones where they would have the video vixens and stuff on the cover.
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah,
that's why those magazines are popular, because that's what men want to see. Men don't want to see that stuff. Right. And if you see any man, and that's why I'm telling you, these dudes, even like, that's why I'm like, man, you got to be careful about that stuff, man. You got to be careful when these dudes be trying to tell you how you should behave, how one man should tell you how you should be behaving to other women. You better be sure 100% that man don't want you. I'm for real. Because it's like men listening to women advice from men that ain't married, that can't sustain a marriage. If somebody's been married for 40 years and they tell you, look, let me tell you the advice on how you stay married. You stay married. A happy wife is a happy life. These alpha male dudes who cannot keep a wife, but they claim they don't really want them, it just never worked out. Oh, I got rid of that one. I got another one, right? But the one that says the men that have been around tell you, number one, it's cheaper to keep her.
Yep.
That's the golden rule. It's cheaper to keep her. And two, a happy wife is a happy life. So how are you going to make, so if a happy wife is a happy life, why are you a simp if you cater to your wife's happiness? That shit makes no sense. And everybody that I know that had that attitude is divorced.
Right.
And everybody that I know that stayed married has that attitude. And they have kids. Their kids, multiple kids. They wind up, and here's the thing. And to all you young men listening to this, and I'm going to get up off of this, I promise you, dude, this is not me telling no story to you. When you're old, what are you going to do when you can't work anymore? When you need somebody to be around for you? You are going to be a victim of elder abuse if you do not have family around you to look out for you. So that's saying once a man, twice a child. You don't just have to prepare for yourself when you're a young man and prepare for what's going to happen when you become a man and you get a family and all that. When you have a family, you also have to prepare for your senior life.
Exactly.
So what are you going to do if you have kids that don't want to look at you, don't want to see you? Because they're like, man, fuck that dude. He slapped my mama around. Man, what do I want to be around you for, man? You left me. I'm 15 years old. You're nowhere around. You live halfway across the country. What do I want to come visit you for because you're sick? I was young and you weren't there for me. You thought it was more important for you to go start a family with somebody else. And then now you got a kid with all that animosity because you ain't there for your son, or a daughter who's got animosity towards you because you weren't there for your daughter. Because you think it's all about you and your happiness and what you want. When you're leading a family, and just by the nature of that, you have to be an effective leader of a family.
Exactly.
So yeah, man, that's all that simp stuff, bro. You better be careful. That dude ain't looking at your booty when he's saying that.
Yeah, that's for the birds. You know what I mean? Because I went to school. Why? Because I already have a degree. Why I go back to school? I told you I'm trying to better myself to make better plans for when I retire, so I can take care of my family better, so they have more to establish on. Because the world changed after COVID, unfortunately, and because it changed, I put myself in a position to make more money and bring more to my family. You know what I mean? Because I'm almost 50. I'll be 50 in a couple of years, and when I get there, I don't want to work forever. But you know what? The way the world is right now, we're going to be working forever. And I don't want my kids having to put everything on their back to take care of me and their families. So, you know what I mean? That's what you're getting at. And all that little like, oh, I need to be pampered. Like, man, stuff is weird, man. Like, for real. Like, it's weird. Like, oh, I need to be pampered. Like, I need to be out here looking prissy and get my hair lined up every week. And, you know what I mean? I ain't, you know what I mean? Like, that's the wrong way. That's alpha stuff. And then you want to sit there and smack a girl around because you're feeling type of tough. Or yell at her or disname her. Like, it's just wrong, man, at the end of the day. But all right, I know you want to kick it to another topic. I ain't gonna
Nah,
talk
I mean,
about-
I'm about to roll. I mean, I like that topic. We got to do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, dude, like, oh, man, just all I'm saying, man, is look, bro, we in worlds, it's like people want to be light skinned. When they say, oh, you're dark skinned, something's wrong with you. If they're black, there's something. If white people, if somebody's white, they say something's wrong with somebody black.
Right.
If somebody says somebody they got issues, bro. People are manipulative ass people. Okay, people say something wrong. There's wrong with black people, but all of a sudden they want to put all kind of tanning and bronzing on them and tanning oil and they do all of that stuff, man. But because you better be careful when you listen to what other people are doing and telling you and the advice that they give you.
Right.
And if you're listening to somebody about a relationship with a woman that does not have good relationships with women, what are you listening to him for? If you listen to some dude that ain't got no money, broke, talking about how you make money, then maybe you shouldn't be listening to him. Maybe you should be listening to the people that are actually making it. Right. You know? So I just don't get why people will take advice about women or relationships from people that have never successfully had one that they can show you. Like that whole thing with so I didn't read Steve Harvey's book, but Steve Harvey was like, women need to think like a man. Why?
Exactly.
You need to think like a man. And Negro, haven't you been married like 10 times?
Exactly.
All right, bro. I'll get back with you.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man.
It was a nice conversation. Hey, that's nice to have because then it's always nice to talk when we can come to an agreement and be together on something where we disagree with other things, you know?
All right.
It is what it is, man. Family is the most important thing, though. It is.
At the end of the day.
All right, brother. Get back, man. For now, and this is why I mess with you the long way, because you give great life advice and you put everything in context for me. Nah, if you think like a man, everybody would be cheating. Do women cheat too, bro? I just don't get it. I wouldn't take any of that trash ass advice. Honestly. But anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.